We're just going.
I guess. Oh, Danielle. She made it.
I made it. I'm here.
Danielle and I worked together. We opened a bar.
We did do that. Cheers to that.
Boy.
We're still there. That's good, right?
Are we still there, though? We're at half capacity.
Yeah, that's never fun, but we're doing what we can.
How long have you been in the service industry?
Oh, on and off since I was 18.
Really?
Yeah.
Good news.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you, 21, 22? I know.
No, I started off as a hostess the summer before I went to college, and then I worked at Hooters.
Really?
The summers that I would come back.
As a hostess or as a server?
No, I served. Yeah.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
You never knew.
I didn't know you worked at Hooters.
Yeah, for 2 summers. That was probably one of my favorite jobs.
So I worked at this place called Sticky Fingers, and it was right next door to the Hooters.
Okay.
In Wilmington. Did you work at the Hooters in Wilmington?
No, at Rehoboth Beach.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's not there anymore, RIP, but it's fine.
Well, Sticky Fingers didn't make it either because of the Hooters, though. Because, I mean, let's be real. You go down to the beach, where are you gonna go? Like, but if I was a chick with a giant rack, I'd 100%. You know what I mean? I feel like there's not dirty dicks is like we don't hang our dicks out there. You know?
Well, it was almost like have you ever been to like a tilted kilt?
I have actually. The one here off of Falls in the News.
There's one here.
Well, not anymore.
Oh.
Well, there might be. Like it was raunchy, man.
So that's when I lived in Wilmington, there was one, and they were like kind of side by side by each other. But I think I went in there once, and I was like, never again.
So that's
coming from somebody that worked at Hooters. So
is that a thing between all the tilted kilts, you think, or you think it's just a select 2 that we found?
I think there's probably got to be a theme.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like I understand like at like Hooters and stuff, you sit with the guys and all that shit, guys and girls, but tilted kilt, like they would sit on the guys. I'm like, well, this is borderline strip club.
So I like my Hooters because where it was at the beach, like we would have a lot of families and like little baseball teams come in. So it was more like family oriented.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I'd think you get creepers.
No, because like Rehoboth Beach is like known predominantly as like very strong in the gay community.
Okay.
So we would have like all the fabulous men come in, and it was amazing. We had a bar next door called the Purple Parrot. That's a very well-known gay bar in not Wilmington, Rehoboth Beach, and so that's kind of the vibe that it was. So like I never felt scared like walking to my car. I never felt like I was gonna get like abducted, but everybody was so sweet down there. Yeah, a lot of dads on baseball teams.
Really? Like So I love gay bars. It's one of my favorite places to go. I mean, I am a straight man, but like I love gay bars. Like I'm comfortable with my sexuality. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But if I ever started a gay bar, or like ideally, I'd name it the Manhole. Right? But use like a manhole cover for my brilliant, right? Like or maybe an airplane one called the Cockpit.
Oh, I think I like Manhole better.
Would you ever own a restaurant?
I thought about wanting to own like a bar. I used to want to do it where it would be like a beer garden, but you could bring your dogs. So like a dog park, essentially.
Ooh, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
A dog park bar.
Yeah. But you could have like different areas. Essentially all I would need is like a big building with some turf on it. Put a little bar in there. Obviously like eventually would get it expanded to have like liquor and everything, but I feel like beer and wine is the easiest thing to open up with at first.
Oh yeah, because there's no liquor cost.
Exactly.
And beer and wine's you don't have to worry about spills because it's like a bottle. Yep. You know what I mean?
Or like buy the glass. You can average it out what you get 4 glasses out of a bottle.
2 if you're me.
Yeah. 1 if you're me. But no, that used to be what I wanted to do.
Are you a beer person?
I do like beer. It upsets my stomach now that I've gotten closer to 30. So I can do like one like IPA and then I'm like, I'm good.
Really? So,
but IPA is my beer of choice, yes.
Okay. My kidneys hurt now. My stomach doesn't bother me. I can't do the beers I used to do though. Like,
well, you're drinking a what?
This is like a Weissenheimer. It's by Schneider Weiss. It's a Hefeweizen. So I worked at Beer Garden, so like I really appreciate beer a lot. And it's funny because when I go out, I don't drink good beer.
I was gonna say I don't think we ever really drink beers.
No, like it's always Rumpelmann. Like when I go, but like I go out to get drunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I stay at home and enjoy beer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's fair.
Like same thing. Like I love cigars, and I'll go to Havana. I love cigars and whiskey. I feel like Molly, reggae, cigars, whiskey. It's just like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Peanut butter and chocolate goes well for me. Like, I don't know. It's just certain things complement each other very well. I don't know if I were to start a bar, what I would do.
Well, besides the gay bar that
Yeah, the gay bar. I love gay people. There's so much less drama as far as like physical drama. How many times in a gay bar have you ever seen a fight?
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus like bars, like downtown bars. Anyone downtown,
All the time.
it's a thing. You know what I mean? And even like now, half capacity and you have to sit in your seat because you have to operate as a restaurant. Like, it just alcohol fueled. Like, no one wants to sit down.
Yeah, no one wants to listen. People want to throw up and not expect to get thrown out.
Can we talk? So, the other night we were working, and there was this chick, and like she ordered a round of Jack Fire, and as soon as she took it, she fucking ordered another round. And by the time I put the shots on the table, she puked all over her friend. And like at that point, you bought the shots. Like, I'm not taking these away from you. You know what I mean?
I just remember when she sat down, like her tits were like almost out of her shirt, and I said, "Here's a water. I'll revisit you in 20 minutes. Let's drink this first." And then you must have gone right over and you were like, "Hey, you want shots?"
No, Nick told me to get it for her. I was like, "Sure, dude." Like, I trust him. You know, it's funny because everyone we work with, I just don't question them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is.
And maybe I should get more questioning people, because like sometimes people's decisions wouldn't be like coincide with my decisions. Like,
yeah.
I'm not very quick to red light people, but I'll yell at them all day. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be like, "Yeah, I need to slow down." You know what I mean?
Well, that's why we do the whole water thing now.
I don't know if water really helps though. Like, once you're drunk, you're drunk.
Yeah. Maybe we should start giving out chicken tendies. Like, I don't know. The hot dog stand was great when we had
that
it.
was brilliant. But
We
think
might
about
need to
this.
break it out again.
What would you rather throw up? Like something breaded or hot dogs? I don't even like. The only hot dogs I really like are the Redskin hot dogs,
Ooh,
and they're
yeah.
probably the worst for you in every respect.
I guess it would dip. I don't know, man. You know me though. I'm not ashamed about puking. So
Yeah, I mean it is what it is, and sometimes you're not like too drunk. You're just, it just hits you wrong.
You're just
like,
really fucked up.
So I can't drink Jaeger. Like I don't know what it is. It could be the first shot of the night, and I'll just hold it back.
Yeah, I don't like Jaeger, Fireball. I can't do that. It's just so sweet.
Mhm.
I'll be so hungover. Well,
The headache from it.
yeah.
God, we're getting old.
This one Truly's probably gonna have me feeling some type of way tomorrow.
Dude, like, so, do you work tomorrow?
No.
Oh, damn, I do. So, like, it's crazy because I'd stick, like, when I was, like, trying to stay in, like, really good shape, I'd stick to Truly's because, like, low carb. But, man, I'd get the worst hangovers off of that. And Pink Whitney.
Well, because they still have
A million grams of sugar.
only one.
Hmm?
Yeah, only 1 gram of sugar. They're just so sweet.
Would you give up sugar or alcohol? Not counting the alcohol in, or the sugar in alcohol.
So does natural sugars count? Like if like fruit and all
No,
that?
no, natural sugars
Like
don't count.
processed?
But, like, sugar cane, processed sugar, Splenda.
Yeah.
It would be hard for me because I love fucking cream soda.
See, I like Coke and like Sprite and all that,
Mhm.
but I feel like if I had to pick between drinking like those kind of drinks or like fucking alcohol,
Yeah. No,
that's just like nah, man. That's just like like me and one of my girlfriends from Wilmington. She's like, "So what do you think is gonna happen if you ever got pregnant? And you have to be like sober for 9 months?" And I was like, "No." Adoption.
You know, I'm real big on adoption too. Like,
I'm really big on it.
and this is gonna sound horrible, but like, I'll adopt like a Chinese sweatshop kid, and while everyone else is getting like macaroni, like "I love you, Dad" plates, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have a Nike shoe.
Jesus Christ.
Too far. Edit.
Right? That might be something that you edit out.
No, I love kids. I worked for the Y for a long time, for like 8 years, 7 years, on and off. And
I could see you as like a little like camp counselor kind of guy, and
it's crazy because I have a switch in me. Like, you know, like fine dining did it to me too.
Yeah.
Where like I can not cuss or say anything, you know, horrible or like derogatory. But then I have the other side, which everyone knows, and like everyone knows me at downtown. Like, you know, I cuss, I drink, I smoke, and all that good stuff. But like the kids at the YMCA had no clue that.
how
you know,
old do you think your kids are now?
Oh, 21. I've served a couple of them.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
Where you're like, hey man.
Oh no, they've recognized me. You
Really?
know, the worst one is I was at Walmart at like 10 o'clock at night, right? And this like 16-year-old girl runs down the aisle. She's with both her parents, and she's like, "Joe!" And she runs up and gives me a hug. I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like, I was like, I have direct eye contact with the parents, and I'm like, I know, I'm her counselor. I was like, and it was.
I was her camp counselor 4 years ago. We still keep in touch.
No, I hadn't seen her since. Yeah, right. And like that moment of like, if you were a parent, what would you think?
Oh my god, no, I'd probably be like, 911, please arrest this man.
Oh, but I mean, after like 3 sentences fixed everything. You know what I mean? And it was crazy to see like how much she had grown up, because I remember her being like a bubblegum chewing snot-nosed little brat.
Well, I mean, even think about it for yourself, like just the difference between you being like 12 and you being like 16.
Yeah, I had all the older kids. I had from 8th grade to high school.
Oh god.
So
you got all those horny assholes, huh?
It was bad, dude. And what do? Like, you have to explain the birds and the bees sometimes.
Do you?
A little bit. Like,
Was it like a summer camp that you were doing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And like all the guys were like trying. You remember how it was when you were in 9th grade? Like, or I don't know how you were in 9th grade.
I went to Young Life camp when I was in 9th grade. So.
Did you have a Jesus partner? What's Young Life camp?
No, I got in a lot of trouble. My mom thought that would be the best thing to help my freshman year.
Yeah, like that transition, like it's very awkward that 8th grade to 9th grade year. At least it was for me. Because I knew no one.
So did your schools, so in 8th grade I was in middle school, and then okay, I know some states are different.
Well, some of the Catholic schools, it's 6 till 12.
To 12, and that's just weird.
And
could you imagine being like a 6th grader and being like, oh my god, you're 18?
Yeah, that is like, I guess I never really thought about that, but they have to separate them.
I mean, yeah, but you'd still probably like see them.
But like, you would know everybody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're that 6th grader that hang out with the 10th graders.
That's just fucking weird.
It is super weird. I don't know, like, what's your social circle look like then?
I mean, I came from a really small, like, I went to school with the same kids from, like, 3rd grade until high school.
What was your graduating class?
Probably, like, somewhere between 400 to 500.
Okay.
I mean, it was bigger, but we had, in our, like, not even our county, but our, like, little area, I mean, we had two high schools. Our Barberville High School was right up the street.
Where is this?
In Dover. Shout out Caesar Rodney, class of 20. What am I?
Dover.
2010. So I went to Caesar Rodney. Dover was our rival high school. Yeah.
Okay. Where's this?
In Delaware.
In Delaware. Do you miss Delaware?
Yes and no. I miss like the small town feel, like being able to go home and you like know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows your family. Because like my dad coached soccer. I played soccer all growing up, so like our family name was really well known.
Oh really?
Yeah.
It's like that.
It's not like that.
They're like like there's the Smiths down the street.
I mean, kind of. My dad taught he coached soccer until like probably 4 or 5 years ago.
Really? How old's your dad?
No. He thought I was 24, 25 when we talked when I saw him a few weeks ago.
You're getting old. So my stepdad.
No, because we were talking about when I graduated high school, and he was like, "Oh, well, something. Well, you're only like this. You're like what, 24, 25?" And I said, "Dad, I'm about to have like my 10-year high school reunion should have been this year." And he said, "Oh no."
Did you go?
No, I think it was canceled.
I haven't gone to any of mine.
I don't like.
And it's weird the people that do go.
Whoever I want to see, I'll see when I'm home.
Yeah.
But like for me, I'm only ever home so many days, like as is, and I'm only really ever home twice a year. Christmas being one of them, which I can barely ever see anybody.
Well, what's there to do in Delaware? Are there bars?
There are bars.
There's gotta be bars.
Yeah, just like places to go.
When I think of Delaware, I think of like
small.
rolling mountains and snow.
Oh no, not. It's very flat.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's very flat.
Look at me not knowing my
And
geography at
all.
all.
Do you know where Delaware is? Because I have a lot of people thinking that it's up by Connecticut.
No, I'm thinking it's like Midwest though.
No, Joseph.
Like maybe no.
It's right below New Jersey.
Oh, so it's just
Do
north.
you want to pull up a map? Let's pull up a map.
Can I read a map?
I'll show you where Delaware is.
So it definitely has snow though.
Yes. Yeah.
But like not a stupid amount.
No, not a lot.
Are you landlocked?
No, we're on like right on a peninsula.
I did not know that's where Delaware was. I was
A lot of
thinking
people
like by
don't.
Montana.
Joe.
That.
Wow, we gotta get your geography skills up a little
Well, I'm
bit.
just like I went to New York. You know what I mean? Like I've never heard of anyone like I'm gonna go vacation in Delaware.
We have really beautiful beaches.
I love beaches. I've pissed in both oceans at this point in my life.
There you go.
You know, I feel like there's such a serenity. I don't know how many times you got drunk and laid on the beach, but like,
I mean, lived in Wilmington,
you know,
as you
yeah,
did as well.
but like the feeling that you can literally, you remember, like, have you ever been, like, of course you've been, you ever been out towards not Carolina, the popular one with trolley stop.
Oh, Wrightsville.
Wrightsville.
Yeah.
That was my favorite beach to get drunk at because you had to stay there. There was no driving back because there's only one road back to Wilmington.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's like where everyone gets pulled over.
Oh.
So like,
yeah.
if I got too drunk at Wrightsville, I would just stay there. And like, I mean,
where would you stay?
Random places. I've stayed at so many of those rental beach houses. It's stupid.
Just like,
well, people will rent them.
Knock on the door and you're
yeah.
like, hey, I'm here to stay.
Well, I mean, you walk around the beach, you'll meet people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially when you live there and you know where all the parties are. People
yeah.
are like, oh, I got you. You know, you just crash at my house. I'm like, it's cool. Like, I know all these people that will crash at your house with me. I do miss the beach life, but I don't in some respects.
I miss being, so like when I lived in Wilmington, my apartment was like 10 minutes from the beach.
Okay.
So I miss that aspect of like almost taking it for granted because now
Yeah.
I haven't seen, well, besides when I went home and was on the Chesapeake, but I haven't been to Wrightsville in like almost 2 years. Which
Wow.
is crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Carly and I went like 6 months ago, right before the COVID shit started.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't figure out where this is how long it's been since I've been in Wilmington. I was like driving down Front Street and shit, and I couldn't figure out where I worked.
Front Street's literally
It looks
changed.
so different.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird how you leave somewhere and you come back and it looks way different. Like, even downtown Raleigh, like, I'll drive like down a road I haven't been down in a while, and there's like 3 new buildings. Where did this come from, you know? Like, we're about to have a Publix right by where we work.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be straight. They make the best subs. But I feel like Publix is a very southern thing, like super south, like Florida.
Well, even Harris Teeter. I mean, before I moved to North Carolina, I'd never heard of Publix, never heard of Harris Teeter.
From Wilmington or from Delaware?
From Delaware.
From Delaware. What do you have up there? Like Eagles or something?
Wawa's.
Never heard of Wawa's. Piggly Wigglies?
No.
Never seen a Piggly Wiggly, huh?
I have. Driving to Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eagles, I went to Pennsylvania. Eagles was a big thing. Like, that was their grocery stores. No, there's like their grocery stores.
Oh.
And they're like Kroger, but on steroids. Like, you can get like 10 pounds of lunch meat.
I mean, I feel like,
but it's questionable what they're like. It's chicken. It's like, is it chicken though?
It's not Boar's Head, so I don't trust it.
I do miss. I lived out in Oregon. I do miss small town shit though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was cool knowing everybody because if anything ever happened, you knew where someone knew something. You know what I mean? Raleigh, someone steals your car, it could be anyone. You know? Yeah,
but I do feel like working in the downtown like community, we are a little bit close knit. Like, yeah, everyone that's worth a damn knows each other. You know what I mean? And like, you know stuff about people that other people bars don't. Opening and closing and why they open and close. Yeah. Kind of ran out of luck. Ding, I'll drink to that. I don't know, like, the shit you get into because of being a bartender, because you meet these people that are like, you either meet 2 different types of people in like service industry. You have the people that are just doing it to get by, you know what I mean, but there are people that are passionate about it and like, this is like, I enjoy this as a career. Yeah. You know, and a lot of people don't understand that. They're like, don't you want to aspire to be a lawyer or a doctor? It's like, man, like, yeah, but I feel like people don't think that we make the money that we do. Mm-hmm. Which I prefer that. Like, we make nothing. You can think that I literally make that $2.13 an hour and that's all I pull out in a night. That's fine. That's fine. Because then probably more people would want to do what we do. Mm-hmm. But not everybody's built for it. I had this conversation with one of my sister's friends, and they were like, well, how do you like it? And I was like, I can't really see myself doing anything else. Mm-hmm. For at least a while, you know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe when I can't move like I can now, but I think I got a buddy named Justin. We met at Yard House, and he moved to Vegas to be a flair bartender. Mm. And like everyone was like, "Don't do it. You're throwing your life away." I'm like, "Dude, follow your dream, whatever." He rakes in, maybe not now because of COVID, but he used to rake in upwards to like $800 to $1,200 a night. Like, it was nothing. Oh, doubt it. On like a 7-hour shift, and like that's paper. And they also have a union out there.
So, like, if you get treated poorly as a bartender, you know, you lean back on the union, but I think they have to pay or something like that to be in it.
Well, that's even, like, like, when we were up in Detroit, I think they're, like, not salary, but their, like, wages a lot more. They get paid, like, 8 or 9 an hour.
Even in New York, they have, like, auto-grat on what you sell. So, say you sell, like, a $25 steak, but realistically it's, like, a $20 steak, but you get, like, the $5 on top of it.
Okay.
So, it, like, pushes you to sell more product, which I think is brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, you want to go through product and have good reviews. Of course you're going to sell something. If you get comped off, you know, you're not getting that money.
Yeah.
Like a car dealership. Comparing steaks to cars.
For a second I thought you were about to be like, oh, bartenders are like the car salesmen of our industry.
Hey, like...
And I was like, damn, that's kind of...
No, but I mean, kind of are. Like, you want the tab to be high?
Yeah, but we go about it in, I think, such like a natural way.
Well, they're coming there. They're obviously going to buy something. Not everyone that goes to a car dealership is
yeah,
going to buy
and especially
a car.
like our bar, like we have... You know, kind of like a niche, like live music.
Yeah.
We all get it. Like, you're going to come to see music no matter what, or play bingo or whatever.
I will say, it's one of the coolest bars I've worked for.
Yeah.
That's not a dive bar. I've worked at some dive bars that have been fucking awesome. But, like, they weren't sustainable, and, like, always, like, when you work for a dive bar that's, like, shitty. I mean, there are some awesome dive bars.
Yeah. But I feel like at a dive bar, you have more, like, room for error as far as, like, your spills, and you're giving shit away, and people stealing stuff, and...
Graffiti on the bar, it being messy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Vomit
like,
in your bucket for 6 weeks and nobody cleaning it.
Personal experience? 6 weeks?
Nah, I never worked at a
That's
dive...
like a month and a half.
I never worked at a dive bar like that, but I mean, I went to some in Wilmington.
Duck and dive?
Love duck and dive, though.
What's the one underneath the stairs and shit? It's like a brick building.
There's Growlers. I don't know if it was Growlers when you were there.
It's got, like, you walk downstairs to get into it. So
That's
yeah?
Yeah.
It's something else now. It's crazy because, like Black Flower downtown, it's not Black Flower anymore, but it's the same bar. You know what I mean?
What'd they name it?
I don't know. They haven't even opened it yet. But, like, you look through the window, it's the same bar. You know? Once you get that dive bar reputation, you know what I mean? It doesn't go away. You know what I mean?
Well, and that's why some people try to say that about our bar, and I look at them and I'm like, you must have never really been to a dive bar before. Because at least we have, like...
Lights.
We have lights.
We have lights.
We have running water. We have, like, cold beer that's, like, not coming out. Like,
I can tell you, like,
degrees,
everything's
like,
got day dots on it. Like,
like, our bathrooms have doors.
Yeah.
And toilet paper.
That's
That's a big thing.
Yeah, you don't know a dive bar until you go in and someone's, like, literally shitting right next to you. And you're like, yeah. And they ask for, like, can I borrow your pocket? Like...
Can you spare a square of toilet paper?
What if we charged for bathroom uses?
I would during when we first opened up, I said to our general manager that we should charge for using, and I bet true. Like, that's going to be 25 cents per pump. So you better use it sparingly.
Replacing our, I would never do this, please. Don't think I'm this kind of person.
If anyone's listening to this, we would never do this. However, saying that it crossed our mind is one thing.
The Sani, could you imagine replacing it with, like, lubricant?
You did say that the other day.
Like, what is going on? Or, like, rubber cement. That might be even better. No, like, I have done fucked up things as a bartender, but never to justify, jeopardize someone's health. Like, I've given people concrete mixers, or cement mixers, I guess they're called here. I've definitely let people, like, drink straight sour mix before. I've given bar mat shots, you know what I mean?
Oh, I don't think I've had people ask.
Jersey Turnpike, they're called different things everywhere I go.
Yeah. I don't know.
Have you ever taken one?
No.
Would you ever take one?
No.
No? Never?
I don't know.
You used to get a t-shirt, right?
You used to get a t-shirt? Shit!
Oh, where was it? Oh, not Level. The Rocks. You used to get a t-shirt if you
Where's
took
that?
Alright, so... You know what the parking deck is in Wilmington?
Yes.
If you're facing the parking deck, it's like 2 streets to the right.
Okay.
That was the bar I was looking for. And I couldn't find Level either the whole time I was there.
Level 5?
Level 5. But I keep wanting to call it Level 5, or 7, but it's Tower 7.
Well, we have a Level 7 here.
Oh, in North
Hills.
Hills. Which they're not doing too well, apparently.
I don't know. We went there the other week, and it was pretty busy.
Did you read that shit about Yard House?
No.
Ooh, dun dun dun. I guess one of their dishwasher died of COVID. This could be completely wrong. This is just what I heard. Please don't sue me. But I guess their dishwasher died of COVID. Like, they're very strict when I used to work there, but I guess it's kind of like there are people that I saw moving up to management that definitely should have been managers. You know what I mean? I heard our GM talking about a different location that's like their GMs don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And like I'm down for that. You want to pay me to sit on my ass, like, because like I ran brewmasters for a little bit and I worked my fucking dick into the ground.
Yeah.
Trying to make everything perfect. And then like it got to a point towards the end, it's just like I can't save this bar. And like then it was like bartenders getting drunk, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna stop you.
See, that's
anymore.
why like people will ask from like out of towners. They're like, "Oh, are you sad that you can't drink behind the bar?" And I'm like, "No."
It's not that I'm sad that I can't.
I'm really not.
I'm just glad other people can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because it would be fun to like take a shot with like a really cool table or something,
Yeah.
but like, no.
I think I could work.
I think we'd have to babysit.
Yeah. I think I could work decent, if not better, like socially. But at the end of the night, when it came to cleaning, that's when
none of us would want to clean.
No, absolutely not. And then we'd all be like, "Why open tomorrow?"
Yeah.
But I mean, I remember when we first opened, you and I were fucking doing the coolers, and like I was like, "Does no one else do this shit?" You remember us sitting upstairs, like gossiping
cleaning.
about the life of the bar, and then like it was like this. Like I don't understand. Like why is there 3 bottles of wine open? And like, what are your pet peeves working in a bar?
Ooh, oh, I thought you were gonna just say in general. Oh, working in a bar. Ooh, like from a customer standpoint, like what I hate when what customers say to me.
Both sides.
Okay, so when I get asked to constantly smile, that is my pet. That's why, like, I'm kind of digging the mask because my eyebrows alone. Well, my eyebrows alone have so much facial expression. So, like, when people say something to me and I can like give them a look, they know that I'm not happy with it.
Well, you have good eyebrows. Mine are fucking one. I have like one brow.
But no, like having like the old skeezy man that'll like be like, "Oh, you'd be so much prettier if you smiled more," and I'm just like, okay.
You should be like, you would be more attractive if you had more money. Like
that. I don't know. I guess right now with like being extra sanitary, like people wanting to like touch you.
Yeah.
At your, like, because now that obviously we have to approach tables, and they feel the need, and I'm like, ew, COVID. Like,
yeah,
don't
touch me at all.
Don't touch me ever.
I don't like being touched unless I initiate the touch.
I feel like that's how I'm too. Cause I'm not
I hate
really
being grabbed. I don't like mine to tap. You know what I mean?
Oh, hell no.
But if someone like grabs my arm, it's like, yo, dude, like that's how you get hit, dude. They're like,
oh yeah, no. I'm trying to think of what else. People taking advantage of like last call and trying to order like a ton of stuff and then getting upset when we ask them to leave, like at the end of the night.
Well, you just served me this beer, and it's like, bro, like, not my fault. You know what kills me about like people at last call? It's like you've been here for at least an hour, and like now you want a drink.
Now you're like, oh, I want like 6 drinks and 17 shots, and I'm like, can't give it to you. And
like it's crazy because like I'm definitely a volume bartender. You know what I mean? Like I can do craft cocktails, but it's not like I don't enjoy it as much.
I feel like it's like I give mad props to the people that do work in that side of bartending. Like I'm so wowed anytime I go to like a craft cocktail bar.
Craft cock. Every time I get a craft cock.
It's great.
Did you get a perm on your pubes?
Is that my initials? It's great.
In Spanish.
But no, just like going to a place where it's a little more slow paced, but you're able to like actually talk to the bartenders and kind of like pick their brain, and they actually enjoy it. Like,
and they know their
fun.
liquor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, well, this bourbon is this, and this bourbon is, or tequila bars. I love tequila bars.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting, and I love pushing the product that I agree with. But at the same time, like, I would 100% someone be like, I need 5 lemon drops, 2 Jaeger bombs, and a Bud Light over like, I need an old fashioned, but I need a woody tasting bourbon. And it's like, well, just pick one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. People asking what's on your menu without looking at it.
Oh, or when they just order blindly, you got truffle fries? It's like, what flavor wings do you got? I'm like, bro, just scan the fucking menu.
Yeah.
Just scan it.
Yeah, those are new pet peeves.
Yeah, I really like the scan the menu thing.
I want to keep it forever.
I think that should be everything. You remember you were telling me you're the kind of person that looks at menus before you go to the restaurants?
Yes.
And I think that's brilliant because, like, at least you know what you're not going to order. But
Oh no, I just like to see what they have. I need to see what kind of appetizers I'm working with.
Yeah.
I need it all. Drink menu I can look like the day when I get there. But no, if I know it's like a fancier place where like they have a extensive menu and I'm like, oh, you got Brussels sprouts, you got squid, you got, all of these things, I'm like, I'm here for it.
Oh, I want you to try this. I think you're gonna like this one. I found this cider the other day. It's called Black Widow. Isn't that what it's called? And I was like in love with it. And like I'm not a cider person.
Wait, is this a mead?
I think it's a cider. It could be a mead. Which meads are a loophole in Raleigh's ALE laws. They can be up to like 20%.
I think this is a mead.
A mead is made with honey, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, is it there?
That's good.
When I worked for Little City, we did a lot of craft cocktails, and it was fine. But like, we had this one made with like a sour, but it was like with raw egg, and it was like you make the drink, you wet shake it, dry shake it, wet shake it, dry shake it, pour it, and when you got like that and like 5 other cocktails, it was like, all right, guys, like. You're gonna have like this is gonna take like that's a 5-minute cocktail. You know what I mean? And if you crack the egg and you get the yellow in there, it's like son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's not my forte.
I do miss the fresh juice because I used to juice all the time, and I personally think lime juice from a lime smokes any lime juice that you get, like especially when it's juice that day.
That's what we used to have to do at the last bar that I worked at. All of our margaritas and like another drink that we had there was made with a cucumber simple syrup.
Ooh.
Fresh lime juice, Hendrix.
I've been trying to get in the gin.
Not my forte.
And you know what's got me in the gin? So I went there, boss man, we always joke about like the worst drink is warm gin. And I was like, just make me anything. He gave me a shot of House Gin warm. No. And I was like, And now it's like every time I go in there, Seabass is always like, warm gin. I'm like, no, dude, no. He made me one with lime the other day. I took it out of spite. I'm one of those people that does things out of spite. You know what I mean? Like if you made it, like say like I had to walk upstairs barefoot and someone threw tacks all over the stairs, I would like look them in the face and step on the tacks and be like, you happy? I wouldn't make any face of pain. Like, Anyways.
What are some more of your pet peeves then?
Oh God. I hate when someone flags me down and they're like,
They're not ready.
You know, like if I made a beer called like I'll get it's like got you know what I mean? Or like when people are like, what kind of what do you have back there? And it's just like you can look over my shoulder. Like what do you like?
I had somebody the other day. They were like, "Well, can you make like something with liquor in it?" And I'm like, "We are a full bar.
Like
full
what do you want?"
Bar.
Or like when people ask for like the most outstanding things. They're like, "You have was it Louis 12?" And it's like, "Do I look like I have Louis 12?" Like.
We're in friggin' workout pants and sweaty ass t-shirts. Like, do you really think we'd have that?
Would you rather come to work in workout shorts and a sweaty t-shirt versus slacks and a collared shirt?
Oh God, no. Yeah, no.
If the money was there, maybe, but like...
I don't know. I sweat too much. Like, I would just be so uncomfortable.
I get the worst pit stains in white shirts, so I just don't wear them.
Yeah.
The other one, like I chafe really bad sometimes, and like, I was telling you about the ass dreads the other day, but like... The worst thing in the world is stairs when you're chafing. Like, I don't know. But, like, another one of my pet peeves is, like, when someone is clearly way too... they're like... And they get mad at you when you're like, you're done, buddy.
Yeah.
Because
Here's
they don't...
water.
Like, it's like... I know you're not my responsibility, but, like, if you hopped in... I could not know you from Adam. You could be the worst person in the world, and you hop in a car and you wreck your car.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can be held responsible in North Carolina for that. But, like, I would feel bad. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think drinking and driving is really stupid. To an extent. You can have a beer or two, it's something, you know what I mean? But, like, if you're hammered, like, there's so many ways to not drink and drive now.
Yeah.
Versus, like, 10 years ago, there was no Uber. There was no Lyft, you know what I mean?
No, but I will say, so I took a Lyft the other day, and it was kind of scary. Like, I was by myself, but I was going just to my apartment, and I was like rolling around in the back seat, like my driver was whipping it around the corners, and I was just like, oof.
I think you get paid like something like triple if you get in a wreck in an Uber. Like their insurance covers it.
I don't know. Well, this was a Lyft, and I have noticed, so Lyft, if you're listening, you need to get your shit together. But between my Lyft experiences and my Uber experiences, like, Lyft has just been, like, not the best.
I feel like Lyft is like the...
almost like a ghetto-er version?
Yeah, like Walmart versus Target.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Although I will say Walmart's been stepping up their game. As far as what they have there, but again, customer service is still terrible.
I was with some people and someone lost their phone or their wallet or something, and the Lyft driver was like, "Yeah, I'll bring it back. I just need $50." And it was like, "Yo, dude, like
what are you gonna? I mean, granted, what are you gonna do with that wallet or phone? You
like,
can
I
sell
have
it,
all of your information.
Yeah.
Like, mail it back to me if it's that big of a deal. And I know you're downtown anyways.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I feel like Lyft has just not been my favorite source of getting me home safely.
So they don't have it here, but in New York they have Uber rideshare.
Yeah.
And it costs like it's like $1, like, to go
but you
anywhere.
Have to go
but you have to go pick up other people.
Yeah.
And I ended, like, so I'm very open about whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care as long as you're not hurting people or animals. Like, you can hurt yourself all you want. I don't give a damn. As long as it doesn't affect me.
That's a good one.
As it hits the fan. And like, I was in the front seat. My homegirl was in the back seat. Anahita, if she ever hears this shit, she'll like, and this fucking, like, this lady got in, and like, dressed to the T of like the 19th century. Like, it's like 100 degrees out, and you're like wearing like all this shit, and like, her views on life are just so like radical. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, don't speak to unless you're spoken to, and it was really like awkward.
So you're getting like a little bit of a cultural shock too.
Yeah. You know what really shocked me is they have like a Jewish district in New York. Yeah, they have like all like they have like the Russian, the Chinatown,
the Russians, like, Italian.
Yeah,
my favorite part.
Really.
I low-key in my former life think I was Italian. We can get on that next. I'll let you finish your story.
Alright, so the Jewish district, right? These fuckers, like, not like talking shit, this is just the reality of it. They have these giant hats. They look like they're from Russia. And they'll have like this long braided hair. And I guess the more extravagant your hat is, the more money you have, or something like that. Or like you come from wealth.
Money.
But like driving through their district is literally like going on a safari. Because you don't believe it.
Yeah.
It looks like, it's like you stepped into like a different time.
Where is it? I guess in relation to...
So I was drunk most of the time. I was on vacation. Like, I woke up and drank. I went to this Rage Against the Machine cover band there. Ooh. And the guy was... Because there's like... You can buy like a pint of vodka there. Yeah. There's this Russian guy that I befriended that spoke maybe 3 words. We're still friends on Facebook. I never talked to him. But like... Aww. He's cool. He's like 6'10". And he's just a monster. And he was drinking shots of vodka that were like a rocks glass to the top. And I was doing it with him. And like, I can't even tell you where that bar was to this day. I don't even know if I was in Manhattan, if I was in Brooklyn, if I was still in New York. I just remember getting on the subway, which will test your balance skills, by the way, if you're hammered. But what do you think? You were Italian?
I don't know. I just feel
pasta?
Like...
Because you like pasta.
Oh, I love pasta, red wine. My ideal man would be a tall, dark Italian man.
Really? Italian?
Yes.
No? Okay. Yes. I didn't see that.
Really?
No, I always thought you'd be like Aryan Brotherhood.
Blonde hair, really blue eyes. Blondes.
Really? Mm-mm. So, like, if I was in the guys, I have like a set type, and I know the type I would be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd definitely be a bitch if I was gay. I think I feel as a guy I should be masculine. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, like I love like, you know, like showing my soft side. You know what I mean? I think puppies are cute, big blue. But at the same time, like I feel like as a guy, like we had this talk the other day about like girls shouldn't do certain things, like touch door handles, pump their gas, you know, just certain things, and that's just how I pull the chair out from them, like not out, but like, you know, like so they can sit down. That's just how I was raised, and like I just feel like all guys should do it. But I would be a trophy wife. I want like a 6'10" giant man. You know what I mean? That picks up logs. Like I don't like.
Oh, you want like a lumberjack?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Or like a mechanic. Like you know what I mean?
Works with their hands.
Yeah, but like I same thing with women. Like I'm attracted to strong women.
Yeah.
I don't like women that can't take care of themselves. You know what I mean? I don't like, oh my foot, oh a bug. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to an extent, I get it if you get freaked out. But like if it's like the end of all your day, if a cockroach runs across the thing, I just can't do it.
Yeah.
You just get a shell.
That's like one of my biggest fears in life.
Cockroaches?
Yes.
Did I ever tell you about the albino one?
No, I didn't know they were different. I don't want to think about it, honestly.
So they were spraying at this bar I used to work at, and they ripped off this piece of wood, and it was like, it had to be like the size of a cigarette pack. And I guess it never saw the light of day because it was fucking white, and it looked like it was juicy. It looked like something Timon and Pumbaa
I was gonna say
would eat.
that. I just got that visual.
Like I don't know. Like it's what I just saw. Yeah. Wait. So red wine, tall Italian. What about like gangster shit?
Like, is he gonna be in the mafia?
Yeah, like mafia
I would
shit.
definitely be a mafia wife. Hell yeah.
You'd be a mafia wife?
Yeah.
Oh, what's that movie? With, oh god. What the hell is the guy's name from the Grizzly Bear movie? Why am I so bad with movies?
I don't know.
He gets torn apart by the grizzly bear.
In what?
And it's in a movie, he gets beat up by a grizzly bear, and they leave him for dead. It's based on a true story.
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yes, Leonardo DiCaprio. He plays a mafia guy. I can't remember what movie he plays it in.
Well, Johnny Depp was in, what was he, Donnie Bravo or whatever.
Yeah, but he's not Italian.
It's still hot.
Yeah? Even to this day? I don't think he's that attractive.
Johnny Depp was like the first guy that I put posters of, like, in my preteen bedroom.
But have you ever seen him shirtless?
Yes.
You
Again,
know?
not as, like, bulky, but then again, I don't really want, like, a man, like, that can't button, can't button his shirt if he has too many muscles.
True.
I don't want him to be, I don't want him to be, like, addicted to going to the gym or, like, like, yes, taking care of yourself, great.
Yeah.
That, but I enjoy drinking.
Yeah. No, I do too, like, and I struggle with a lot of, like, beer gut versus six-pack all the time in my mind. You know what I mean? Like, I want to stay healthy, but, like, there's like 3 or 4 like morbidly obese people. Like my grandma weighs like 300 pounds, and I have a cousin that weighs about the same. Yeah. And like I see that, and like the smell they put. I know it sounds fucked up, but they're just nasty to me. You know what I mean? Like I want to be able to wipe my ass via either not muscle bound or obese. You know.
True.
And I don't have much of a dick, but I'd still like to see it over. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to like look straight down my body and be like, "Where are you at, little buddy? Why are you hiding?
Are you still down there?"
You ran away.
No, yeah, I could see myself as like a mob wife.
Yeah? Could you be a housewife?
No.
No, you had to work on it?
I wouldn't have to work on it. I just would hire a maid, and then, I don't know.
Yeah? Well, if you had all the money in the world, what would you do?
I don't, like...
Go back to Delaware?
No.
Coach soccer?
No. I do miss coaching soccer. I did do it for a little bit. That was a lot of fun. I had a group of U12 girls, and when they're 12 and you're the cool 19-year-old coach...
They listen.
So obsessed with you. Yeah, so that was cool. And I never had like younger sisters or anything, so like they were all like just so like into me and like asking me all these questions and like so like wanting to learn, and so that was really cool.
I think soccer it's starting to, but doesn't get as much appreciation as it should. Like everyone's into like football.
Yeah.
Like football is this and that. It's like, bro, like soccer players run so much more than football. You know, it's nonstop.
On average, it's like 7 miles in a game. One game.
No, I believe it.
And
unless you're a goalie, right? Like,
yeah.
Even if you're a front, it likes you.
But no, like, and then thinking about that, like when you had tournaments in one weekend and you'd be playing maybe 5 games. Mm-hmm. It's what, like 35, 40 miles.
So two in a day, 3 in another.
Yeah.
That's nuts, man. Like I raced dirt bikes for a long time, and like doing heats and stuff, like a 15-minute heat, beats you to death. You know what I mean? And like they'd expect you to like, qualify and then race.
Yep.
And like, God, I'm fucking 30 years old. If I even thought about riding like I used to, I feel like I could give it one good day, but the next day.
And the next day you'd be like, I'm done.
You know what I mean? Like,
I need an ice bath.
Could you go back to soccer for a day?
I would probably last like maybe 5 minutes. and then I'd be like, sub
No,
me out,
what?
sub me out.
Would you have played sports professionally?
You don't get paid enough.
Yeah.
I played for a semi-pro team in high school, and like that was really cool.
What's not enough though? 40 G's a year.
They're probably not even making that.
Really?
Yeah.
But the
Women's-
people like on the
women's
World Cup are
sports,
definitely making that.
half of it's gonna be sponsorship.
Really?
Oh my god, yeah. You're sponsored by your Adidas and your Nikes and your
Adidas is a big brand in soccer.
your your HelloFresh, and you're doing this and you're doing that, and yeah.
So Reebok just bought into like MMA, and they Reebok wasn't shit 5 years ago.
Either was
know?
Puma, and Puma's making
Yeah.
a comeback too.
And like
so is Fila.
yeah, and you know it's crazy because like when I was a kid and you had like Reebok stuff, it was just like, oh, you're cheap. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
Skechers. You know what I mean? Like if Skechers ever makes a comeback on anything, so help me God.
Ooh, I don't know. Those are my shoe. Those were the shoes I had to wear when I worked at Hooters. So
Really?
all white Skechers.
We had so I cheerleaded, if you will, for Broughton High for a little bit, and they make you wear the shoes with like the little purple and gold arrow on it. You know what I mean? Like everyone had the same fucking shoe, but like I can't remember who made those. Do you remember making those? It was like some off-brand. And like, but they got that contract, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And every high school, I'm sure, used the same shoes. Just like Tread Safe. You ever have a restaurant that bought into Tread Safe?
Mm-hmm.
So
Are they like the non-slip shoes?
so when I worked at PF Chang's, they would buy you one pair of shoes a year, but you had to wear those shoes. And like,
Dang, that's kind of nice though.
it was, but they're not nice. They're not high quality shoes. You know what I mean? So like 7 months of them, they're like coming apart. I remember vividly going down the highway to make myself buy new shoes. I threw them out the window because I wore those shoes. It had this smell to them. It was like spoiled eggs and like cat pee, maybe. I don't know. It was just horrible. And it got to a point I could smell them when I was at a table. Like I would stand like at a table and like I could smell
it. Was, like,
it.
wafting up.
But Tread Safe made some decent shoes. They look decent, you know.
Yeah.
I'm glad I work to a place now where I can wear almost whatever I want.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, what would you want to wear that you can't wear now?
Don't ask that question. Don't.
You can wear tank tops.
Yeah, but I like. So I got sent home from beer garden because
Yeah, but beer garden, you like have to wear their shirts, right?
it used to not be like that.
Oh, okay.
You could wear whatever shirt you wanted. If you were at Spirits, but all the other bars you had to wear beer garden, or if you were a server. But this girl got sent home for wearing leggings that were exposing too much of her body, and I was like, "Why are you looking?" And I was like, "They're not any different from any other leggings I've ever seen. I mean, they're tight. I mean,
Yeah.
but they look in like the least like sexual way. They looked good on her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they complimented her well, and it was just bizarre to me. Like it was like, wait, you're gonna send her home because you find that inappropriate, but obviously she didn't because she wore it here. You know what I mean? This is how this girl makes money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she's not a stripper for fucking crying. Anyways, so the next day, I borrowed a pair of the girl I was dating time's legging, and she was at best a small. And them fuckers were so fucking tight on me, right? I got a picture of it fucking somewhere. I'll show it to you. Had a big old fucking beard, right? And I wore the tightest long sleeve shirt I could find. It just barely showed the bottom of my belly button. And I had long hair and this giant beard. And they're like, you can't work like that. I'm like, why not? I was like,
Did
like,
you even fit underwear underneath?
oh, it was
your
bad. You could see
leggings?
that. You could see the creases and everything. Which, retrospect, I should have wore a thong. What was I thinking?
Banana hammocks.
But they were. I remember getting in my Uber and the guy like looking at me. I was like, I'm proving a point at work right now. They worked me for 5 minutes and sent me home. But
Could you come back or no? You were sent home.
they sent me home because of the rain. Because I was working the rooftop, and I remember like the moment they sent me home, I was like, cool. And they're like, yeah, you're done for the day. I was like, cool. And I went down to the other bar and started drinking. And like they came down after like an hour, and I was already fucking belligerently drunk.
Oh god.
And like from behind, I got long hair, tight shirt, and fucking leggings. I got looked at by so many guys. What the fuck was her name? Becky. Becky, if you ever watched this, I'm sure you remember this. She got sent home, and her boyfriend was super cool. And then, like, that's how me and her boyfriend, like, we clicked. I was like, I was like, no one, like, same thing would happen, like, with anybody we work with. If someone gave you shit for something that, like, you can't control, like, how you look. What do you want someone to do? Is, like, cover up everything?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like that's ridiculous.
Like, I hate wearing jeans to work, and so I never do it.
I don't know. The right jeans, like, girls been sleeping on some shit because they don't tell guys about stretch jeans. Like, that's just hit the mainstream for men. Like, the jeans that you can take and, like stretch. No, like, no one ever had. Levi's are like paper. Like,
they're getting better. I have a pair of Levi's and I like them, but like for when I'm gonna go out. I feel like just like working behind the bar when we have to like climb stuff and like stuff gets spilled. Like,
oh yeah, I'm cargo shorts.
Yeah.
As soon as Scott said I could wear those, I was just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Full send. You know what I mean? And like people think
Full send.
they're like, those are hideous. I'm like, I know they're hideous.
But I can carry 8 beers at one time.
I was like, but look at this. I was like, I have a bar tool. I was like, what do you need? I have everything in my pockets. You know what I mean? I have a server book. You know, I have pens. Like, I think guys' athletic wear should be more normal behind the bar, but not like to the point where you're like, look like you're lounging.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love a good pair of joggers on boys.
Really, I hate joggers.
I love them.
I hate joggers.
Because I think they look more tailored than like a sweatpant.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
But you don't have the pockets. Or
some
you do have pockets, but only 2.
I like the fitness shorts that have like the boxers built in underneath, and like I know this sounds weird, but like the worst thing about being a dude is having balls sometimes, because like between the balls and the butthole is like the sweatiest part of your body, and once it starts sweating, like there's like you're like adjusting like everything, and like then like you're like looking off somewhere, and like someone's like, oh, you're touching your dick. I'm like, no, I'm trying to actually pull my underwear out from my ass crack. Thank you. It's weird how like throughout time we've normalized people wearing certain things. Like men don't wear dresses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They wear kilts, I guess. And like if you see a girl in baggy pants, she's a lesbian.
Yeah.
You know? And like makeup's a thing. Like, I'm not saying I'd wear makeup. I feel like that takes up way too much time of my day. Hats off to all girls that put makeup on. But you're beautiful just the way you are. Don't you try to change you. I'd wear makeup though, but I think it'd be very subtle.
I mean,
I do eyeliner.
I mean, you did it for that one time, right?
Yeah, it's also impossible to get the fuck off, by the way. Like,
it's not. You just take one good makeup wipe. And you
nope, I had mine for 3 days. It looked like I had a black eye.
You might have just been using the wrong kind.
Sharpie is not ideal. I wonder where makeup came from.
Probably like the Egyptians.
Alright, fact check me. Where did makeup come from?
Yeah, Cleopatra. They always had like the winged eyeliner. So I feel
do we really know that though?
I mean, we don't, but like
that's just what we imagine. You know what I mean?
Just what I'm gonna go with.
Like, think about how we like portray Indians in our head. You know what I mean? Feather, not dot. You know what I mean? We're like, you know, we all think they look a certain way, but none of them really did look that way. You know?
Where did
yeah, Egyptians first makeup, right? Tombs contain makeup canisters and what? And kits.
Interesting.
I don't know. I feel like everyone tries to look good. You know what I mean? It's such a weird thing. Like, you can't, like, monkeys don't do things like that. You know what I mean? Like, monkeys are like alpha male and then like breeding whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like breeding partners.
But like monkeys like aren't like, I'm gonna put lipstick on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think that they do things like when they do like mating calls and stuff. Like some animals do that.
But no one really dresses up. You know what I mean? Like I'm saying that like humans...
Have you ever seen that episode of Planet Earth with that birds going all crazy dancing?
Daytime.
Nighttime.
But like elephants don't roll in mud to attract mates, right? Like, you know.
No, but elephants they normally mate for like the same elephant for the lifetime, I think.
What if they had a bad elephant? Do you think they get divorces?
I mean, there are probably definitely some fuckboy elephants out there, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Did you know elephants have like really soft feet? So if there's a stampede, if you just like ball up, they won't even step on you.
Really?
Isn't that crazy? And like they don't forget shit like forever. They'll remember what things are.
Yeah.
And like elephant graveyards are actually a thing.
Yeah, because normally a lot of times elephants go and like I guess what, like they go and like die
Go
with
and
each
die.
other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you could be an animal, what would you be?
Ooh. So my favorite animal, I think, are wolves. I love a good wolf.
What kind of wolf? Like red tail or like the big ones?
I mean, like in all reality, like a dire wolf would probably be like my jam.
Jesus, you're going back to prehistoric days.
No, just like your classic gray wolf.
I think wolves are really interesting. The way they have packs and stuff. You know what I mean? Like they put like the sick ones in the middle, and like the older ones up front, and then like the leaders are in the back because they all watch over each other. Like it's very interesting. You know what? Also, like so, if you ever watch ants, I don't know if I told you about this. My truck got infested with ants the other day.
You did tell me because wasn't one running across your face?
Yes, when we were at work. Well, you were at work. I was just visiting. It's like Monopoly. You're in jail. I'm just visiting. But ants are really like it's crazy to watch them pick up stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I guess they're like 10 times stronger than a human. Could you imagine being 10 times your body weight? Right? Is what they are.
Something like that.
Yeah, something crazy. But if you were 10 times your body weight, like I'm like almost 180 pounds. We'll say 200. Like I'm pushing 2,000 pounds. Right? Math.
You're asking the wrong person.
10 times 200, 2,000.
Something
yes.
like that.
Yeah.
We'll go with it.
Oh, Jesus. So if you didn't bartend, what'd you do?
Honestly, I have no clue.
No clue?
I really don't. Like, I did property management and hated it. I worked at an eye doctor office and hated it.
What'd you hate about it?
For what? For any of the jobs?
Oh, well, how about eye doctor? What'd you hate about the eye doctor?
Oh, God, you didn't get paid enough. We were there super long hours. It was just horrible.
You think you make more in service industry?
Oh, my God, yeah. You don't get paid jack. Because I was just like a technician. So I would be like the person that you would see before you even go to the eye doctor. But you're doing so much. Like, I would write prescriptions. I would go and inscribe for the doctors. I would show kids how to put in contacts. I would refract glasses. Like, it was a mess.
Do you wear glasses or contacts?
I do, yeah.
Which one? Both?
I can. I don't. My prescription's not that bad to where I would really need to.
I'm blind as a fucking bat.
And you don't wear anything.
Can you picture me wearing glasses?
You wear contacts?
I can't touch my eye.
Really?
Anything
Fear?
close to my eye. So like one of my biggest flaws about like so I'm not scared to get punched in the face,
Okay.
right? But like if you stop in front of my face, I go like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it stays there for a minute, I'll flinch. But if you hit me right in the face, I'll just eat it. So like it's called baiting in Muay Thai. You just reach out and touch, and if you keep doing it, I'll keep blinking hard. God damn it! No one used that as a tell. But I'm really bad about it, and that's how I get beat up a lot because like I close my eyes, and obviously when you close your eyes, you have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
No, never.
I like touching your eye.
Oh God, don't do it.
No, so that job sucked. Some days I would go in at like 7 o'clock in the morning and not leave until like 6.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
why?
There was so much. I worked at probably the busiest office.
Did you get paid decent?
No,
What's no?
like $12 an hour.
That's not horrible. It could be like 10.
But that, and imagine getting taxes taken out of it.
So 10.
It was like barely 9. It was horrible.
I worked construction for a while. I was getting paid $15 an hour, but I was making like realistically 11.
Yeah, and and that's how when I did property management, when I worked at a few apartment complexes here, that's how it was. Like, they'd be like, "Oh, we're gonna pay you this much," but in reality, it's like no. And like just dealing with people.
I feel like eye doctor people are like, or the
right.
people that go into eye doctors are the worst at.
I don't. It's a very close tie. Because it's not just like doing prescriptions. Like we would have people come in.
Well, they act that way sober.
For like for
You know?
cataracts and stuff, and you have to like test their eyes and like refer them out and call and like set up appointments.
You have like a memorable bad patient.
Yes, I have a few.
Top 3, what do you got?
Engineers are the worst humans to ever get glasses for because they are such perfectionists that they will always complain that they can't see no matter what. And it's like you can only get your prescription.
But you're either nearsighted or farsighted. It's like you don't have you have to pick one, right?
Yeah, but I mean, think about if you're doing like a bifocal where like a little bit of your glasses is for up close.
So you can read.
Yeah. So like that's a very hard thing to like for people to understand. Like,
but you don't wear bifocals all the time, do you?
So I mean, older people do.
What's old? I'm 30.
Like probably like 50s and up.
When the day that I can't read my phone text, which is already almost at the max.
I was gonna say because your script on your phone is the biggest it can go.
No, there's 2. It's large. There's extra large, and then there's XXL. Which if you hit it, the clock goes off the screen. Yeah, it's bad.
You'll just need some readers and stuff.
I feel like seeing is like one of the. Would you rather not be able to see or not be able to hear?
Oh, that's so hard. I've actually thought about that question in the last.
That's
week.
a rough one because music's great, but like
music is great, but
visually pleasing things.
I don't know, man. I've seen some really beautiful.
It would
places.
change everything. You know what I mean? Not being able to see, like sex would change. Then it wouldn't even matter. You know what I mean? It's like my standards are fucking low as fuck. I'd be feeling.
Then I guess like your other senses would kick in. God, I don't know. I feel like music's such like a big part of life.
You could still feel the beat.
You could still
feel
vibrations.
I think I'd rather be blind.
Nope. That's so hard.
Oh God, yeah, it is. Yeah, I would rather be blind because I play music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people that have like the best voice in the world, like Alex Butler. Like, I don't know what I do. You know, how do you explain music to someone that's never heard music?
You can't.
But you also couldn't explain color.
But I feel like the loss of color, like, yeah, it would suck. But I guess you would always have, like, in your mind what it would, you know, what it would think of.
Have you ever heard the theory that we all see different colors differently?
Yeah.
Like, you might see, like, so this might appear as red to you, but I see it as cream.
Yeah.
But you've always been told that red is green, you know what I mean? So, like, you see it as a different color than I do. Like, would explain why people prefer different colors over others, you know?
Yeah.
I always thought that was interesting, you know what I mean? Because maybe a red light looks yellow to me, and a yellow light looks blue, and a green light looks, you know what I mean? So on and so on. Or colorblind.
I think I could deal with being colorblind.
Would you rather be partially deaf or colorblind?
I like colorblind.
Yeah.
Because they make glasses for that now.
Yeah, but they also make hearing aids, though.
Yeah.
Color's a hard thing to describe to people. I think sound would be easier to describe.
Well, because I feel like with sound, like you said, you can at least, like, tap on something and be like, you know.
But could you imagine not hearing a car horn before you got hit? You walk across a crosswalk, you're like, I blared my horn, I didn't hear a damn thing. We're fun.
We're fun.
Well, you want to go get drunk?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having
me. This is Danielle.